Improving teacher to child ratio in daycare centers is a very big topic that we need to discuss about. The current teacher to ratio in many centers are way too high. This creates an unsafe environment and also effective of learning. And preschoolers, 2-year-olds, 1-year-olds are also placed in a classroom that's up to like 15 children with 2 staff members and sometimes 3, depending what's the staffing like and where the ratio is, and we'll all get into that soon enough. And this issue needs to be addressed through policy change that requires lower ratio and more staffing support. The problem, well, there are several problems that's caused to this high teacher to ratio daycare centers. I say that this is true because I work at a center. I work at Kitty Academy, and this is my second center working at a daycare, and also I did preschool and high school. But this is a real daycare, and I see a lot of things. First is the lack of attention, which is a problem. A lot of children do not receive one-on-one support, and that affects their emotional and cognitive, fine motor skills, and everything. And it's a big issue because, for example, when you're placed in a preschool room, 2-year-olds room specifically, when 2 years old and above, your place, the teacher ratio is 2 to 15. 110, and then after 110, after more than 10 kids is 2 teachers. So you can have up to like 17 kids, which is very surprisingly if you find that, and if you believe you're thinking as a parent, is my child getting a one-on-one support? Well, they're not, because this is a lot of safety risks. When a staff member is always watching a child, making sure they're not getting hurt, and also as an overcrowded classroom like that, we have to make sure no one's getting hurt. So we have to like stand around, be by the kid, always watching them, because there's also kids that hit, there's kids that bite, there's kids that just put their hands in their diapers and just touch their poop and start putting their poop all over. So there's a lot of like safety risks, and this creates a lot of incident reports. And when we create incident reports, there are reports that we write to the parents demonstrating like what happened to their child. And sometimes a lot of parents get like a lot of incident reports, and they always ask, what happened to my child? And we're not able to like disclose names for childs. And sometimes the parents just get very annoyed, like all this like safety hazards. And I understand as a parent, because this is a lot with teacher burnouts and stress. As a teacher, as a daycare staff provider, I do get stressed out. When there's 15 kids, like literally we have to change like 4 times a day. In the morning when they get dropped off, after breakfast. So we open at 7 in the morning. So let's say we gotta change them at 7 in the morning, and we gotta change them at 9 o'clock, change them at 11. We change them every 2 hours. So it's a lot when you're changing diapers, and it's just so stressful. Like there's kids that just will cry all day. Will just cry all day because they miss their mom, or they're just new to the center, or they just do not want to be here at all. They just have not gotten used to being with children. They're not used to like the stress, like there's so many children in here, like oh my god, like what's happening? And this sometimes leads to like lower equality of education. Like sometimes like we're not even able to like teach the kids like lesson planning. Like when we're doing circle time or we try to do an activity, when there's so much kids, they're gonna be running around, kids are gonna get distracted, and then trust me, once a kid starts running, the second kid will start running, third kid will start running, fourth kid, and then everybody starts running. So it's just a lot of like, we just always like kind of chasing them like ducks, like gooses. And also there was a recent report actually in Illinois in Des Plaines where a girl, my teacher, a staff member, she put chewable laxatives in their drinks to the toddler room. And I was surprised when I heard this, because I'm like, why the toddlers? I work in a toddler classroom in which their age is 1 year old. And to be honest, the 1-year-old kids are not bad. They're not bad compared to like the 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, because the 1-year-olds are like, they're angels. Like, yes, they might cry, but the 1-year-old development is like when they're learning like the staging of talking. They're trying to eat, they're trying to walk, and it's actually a very like fun stage as being a 1-year-old. And she put laxative in their drink so she can send the kids home. Why? Because the classroom was overstaffed. Like, there were so many, I guess, article says, and the article is from police alleged from people. It happened in February 2026. So yeah, I just find it like really crazy. And like the main causes of these problems is because the weak inconsistent of state regulations, like the inspectors, like they don't come as often to the daycares. Like, they probably will come like 4 times, like, not, you hardly see them, like, trust me. And also the lack of funding for staff members. And sometimes, like, when you're at a daycare center, I notice like there's a lot of like low staffing members. Like, there's not a lot of people who want to, there are not a lot of staff members, and it's just a burnout, and it's just so much. And I just feel like these solutions should, it's also like teachers too, like for us, like sometimes like management is like so poor, like it's so poor, like they don't even help us out. We're literally stuck in a room with 15 kids screaming, crying, so much. Like, we literally need another person in the room to like tone it down. Come on, like we can't have 4 eyes. We need like literally like 8 eyes or like 6 eyes right now. And I think the solution we should do is provide funding for more hiring and like more qualified people, and secondly, like lower teacher ratio. Like, this is a very big problem because there's actually a school, and this school is called Montessori school. Montessori schools are like they're a little bit more pricey, but your child will be in a room with 10 kids. And when you're in a room with 10 kids, trust me, like, it's less stress, less stimulating. Your child will have a good time with 10 kids, and not with like 15 kids and 16 kids. That's a lot for a child, and that's a lot of stress. Like, you probably thinking it's nothing. It's something for a child, and it's very important. And I feel that now, if you hear what I'm saying, like, you should reach out to people and like feel like, oh, good job, good job for being a mom and a dad as well, because credit to them, they're also providers as well. Thank your parents as well. Like, thank God like you guys had good centers, because there are centers that are just very bad. There are people that are just mean to kids, and I've seen it. Like, they're just so like, how can they do that to a child? Like, if you don't have the patience to work at a center, don't work at a center.